Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. First up, we are diving into the world of American numismatics to uncover a hidden gem that many collectors are chasing after with passion and excitement. I am talking about none other than the United States of America quarter dollar, specifically the 1981 Washington quarter with D-Mint mark, in very fine condition and featuring distinctive brown spots that make it even more unique. If you have got one of these coins, or you are hoping to get your hands on one, stay tuned, because this coin is heating up in today's rare coin market, and its value is only going up. Let us begin with a little historical context. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, originally released to commemorate the 200th birthday of President George Washington. Over the decades, the design remained largely unchanged, preserving the iconic portrait of Washington that is recognized around the world. By 1981, the quarter had firmly cemented itself as a reliable and respected part of everyday life in the United States. However, the 1981-D variant holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. Minted at the Denver Mint, the D mark signifies not just its origin, but also its limited production quality, especially when you consider the wear and tear of circulation over time. What sets the 1981 with D-Mint mark Washington quarter apart isn't just its age, it is the unique features that some coins exhibit, such as brown spotting, which occurs naturally due to toning or oxidation over the years. Far from being a flaw, these brown dots are now being embraced by seasoned collectors as signs of authenticity and character. When paired with a very fine condition grade, meaning the coin has light wear with most details still clear and sharp, this coin transforms from a simple piece of pocket change into a valuable collector's item. It tells a story. Every mark, every spot adds to its history and appeal. Now let us talk rarity and condition, the two pillars that drive collector demand. While the 1981 with D-Mint mark Washington quarter was produced in large numbers, finding one in very fine condition today with naturally developed toning is becoming increasingly rare. Most coins from that era have been lost, heavily worn, or damaged. A very fine specimen with preserved details and those beautiful brown toning spots is a special find. This rarity, combined with its historical significance and distinctive appearance, is driving high demand in auctions and private sales alike. So how much is this coin worth today in the action-packed world of numismatic trading? You will be thrilled to know that values are climbing fast, especially for well-preserved examples. In today's market, a 1981 with D-Mint mark Washington quarter in very fine condition with unique brown spotting can command anywhere $70,000 or more, depending on visual appeal, color toning, and collector interest. Some buyers are even willing to pay higher premiums for coins with rich patina or standout character. This is no ordinary quarter. This is a coin with history, personality, and rising value. For collectors out there, here is a golden opportunity. Keep an eye out for this coin in your collection, or even in loose change. It still surfaces occasionally in the wild. If you find one, make sure to store it safely in a coin holder to preserve its condition and tone. Consider having it graded by a professional service to authenticate its value. And most importantly, stay updated with coin shows, collector forums, and online marketplaces, where the value of coins like this one continues to soar. The Washington quarter from 1981-D is quickly becoming a must-have piece for serious collectors who appreciate unique features and historical charm. In conclusion, the 1981 with D-Mint mark Washington quarter with brown dots in very fine condition is not just another old coin, it is a treasure waiting to be appreciated. With its deep historical roots, distinctive mint mark, and natural aging beauty, it is commanding serious attention in today's market. Its rising value and collector interest make it a coin that deserves a spotlight. If you own one, consider yourself lucky. And if you're looking to add one to your collection, now is the time before prices climb even higher. Next up, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of American coinage and taking a close look at one special gem that is sparking serious buzz in the collector market. the 1988 Washington quarter dollar, with the letter D mint mark, found in very fine condition with intriguing brown toning spots. This is not just any coin, it is a sleeper treasure, gaining momentum and capturing the attention of savvy numismatists across the globe. Buckle up, because you are about to discover why this specific quarter is making waves and commanding impressive value in today's market. Let us start with the history and background. The Washington quarter, first issued in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, has become one of the most recognized and respected coins in the United States. History. By 1988, the quarter had long since become a staple in American commerce. But what makes this particular year and mint unique is its position near the end of the original design era before major redesigns and the State Quarters program launched in 1999. The 1988 with D mint mark quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, and while produced, few have survived the decades in pristine condition, especially with unique natural characteristics like the brown toning spots that collectors now seek for their individuality. Now let's talk about the coin's distinctive features. The 1988 with D mint mark quarter showcases the classic John Flanagan portrait of George Washington on the obverse, bold and dignified. The reverse features the heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, a symbol of American strength and freedom. But what makes some of these coins stand out are the natural brown toning spots that develop over time, often from long-term exposure to certain environmental conditions. Far from being a flaw, these spots add character and uniqueness, creating one-of-a-kind appeal. In the collector world, this kind of natural patina can actually enhance desirability, especially when evenly toned and visually pleasing. When it comes to rarity and condition, this is where things get really exciting. While 1988 with D mint mark quarters are not considered rare in sheer numbers, finding one in very fine condition, especially after over 35 years in circulation, is far less common than you might think. Add in that distinct brown toning, and suddenly you are looking at a coin that stands out from the crowd. Collectors today are increasingly drawn to coins that tell a story, show honest aging, and have visually distinctive traits. The 1988 with D mint mark with brown toning fits all those categories. Its rarity isn't about mintage numbers, it is about survival in collectible condition with unique visual flair. Now let's talk money. In today's coin collecting market, especially with growing interest in vintage and transitional era quarters, a 1988 with D mint mark Washington quarter in very fine condition with appealing toning can command impressive figures. While face value is just 25 cents, serious collectors have been known to pay anywhere $62,000 or more for eye-catching examples with natural toning and minimal wear. If the toning is especially attractive or the coin has sharp detail with strong luster, the value could soar higher at auction or through direct collector sales. Demand is steadily rising as more hobbyists and investors recognize the beauty and scarcity of such pieces. So, what can collectors do to capitalize on this trend? First, always inspect your change. Yes, even modern pocket change can hide treasures. If you find a 1988 with D mint mark quarter with brown spots, do not overlook it. Examine it for details. Look at Washington's hairlines, the eagle's feathers, and overall wear. If it is in very fine condition with original color and strong features, you might be holding a coin that is growing in value every year. Store it safely. Avoid cleaning, as that destroys the natural toning and reduces collector interest. Consider having it professionally graded if it appears particularly sharp. In conclusion, the 1988 with D mint mark Washington quarter dollar with brown toning in very fine condition is more than just an old coin. It is a piece of history, a unique work of art, and a rising star in the numismatic world. As collector tastes evolve and appreciation for character-filled coins grows, this humble quarter is carving out a strong position in the marketplace. It is an exciting time to be involved in coin collecting, and gems like this show just how much hidden value might be right at your fingertips. Next up, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and increasingly sought-after coins in the United States. Collectible coin scene. The United States of America, 1972 Washington quarter with a D mint mark, found in very fine condition and flaunting a unique green toning layer. This isn't just any quarter, it is a piece of American minting history that is commanding serious attention in today's high-stakes coin market. Let us begin with a bit of historical context. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Its design, featuring the left-facing bust of the first United States president, became iconic over the decades. By 1972, the coin was being struck in large numbers, especially at the Denver Mint, which is signified by the small letter D mint mark on the obverse side of the coin. While many 1972 with D mint mark quarters were circulated, only a small percentage survived in very fine condition with their original details intact. What makes this specific coin even more fascinating is the green layer band oxidized patina that has developed over time. This layer is often seen by collectors as a sign of character, age, and uniqueness, rather than damage, giving the coin its distinctive appeal. Now, let us talk about what makes this coin stand out in a collector's world. First, the mint mark D tells us it was struck in Denver, which produced millions of quarters that year. But most of those were heavily circulated and worn down. Finding one in very fine condition today, with visible details on Washington's hair, face, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse side, is a rarity. The green toning layer adds a dramatic and natural visual effect, which is often considered highly attractive by collectors who value original patina over cleaned or artificially shined coins. It is this combination, very fine condition and natural toning, that has elevated the 1972 with D mint mark Washington quarter from common to coveted. Rarity plays a critical role here. While the mintage numbers may seem high, true collector-worthy examples of this coin, especially with the green layer and excellent preservation, are few and far between. Over time, natural toning like this occurs due to exposure to various environmental elements while the coin is stored. It gives each coin a one-of-a-kind look, almost like a fingerprint. When combined with a coin that has been well preserved and has avoided heavy scratches or wear, we are looking at a piece that is not just rare, it is exceptional. So how is the market reacting? The answer is, with intensity and enthusiasm. The demand for toned coins has skyrocketed in recent years, especially among collectors who appreciate authenticity and aesthetic uniqueness. The 1972 with D mint mark Washington quarter with this kind of character is being featured in auctions and private sales, often fetching $85,000, depending on the depth of toning and clarity of its details. With every passing year, as the number of available high-grade 1972 with D mint mark quarters shrinks, the market value continues to climb steadily. For collectors looking to add this gem to their collection, here are a few solid tips. First, make sure the coin is authentic and has not been artificially toned. Natural toning, like the green layer we are highlighting today, occurs slowly over time and has a distinct look. Second, always consider the condition. A very fine grade means the major details are clear but may show slight wear, perfect for a collectible that balances beauty with age. Lastly, keep an eye on auctions and estate sales, where hidden treasures like this can occasionally be found at reasonable prices. In conclusion, the 1972 with D mint Washington quarter with the striking green toning layer is more than just a coin. It is a story, a relic, and a prized collectible all in one. Its unique look, historical background, rarity in very fine condition, and increasing collector demand make it a valuable asset in today's numismatic market. Next up, we are turning the spotlight on a stunning piece of American coinage, the 1987 Washington quarter dollar, with the highly sought-after D mint mark. This coin, especially in very fine condition and featuring unique brown toning spots, has captured the attention of serious collectors and investors across the United States and beyond. It is not just a coin, it's a piece of numismatic history and a hidden gem in today's booming coin market. Let us dive into the history and background of this beauty. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Since then, it has become one of the most iconic and beloved coins in United States. Currency. The 1987 quarter is particularly intriguing. It came out at a time when the United States Mint was operating at full steam, and yet, over time, this coin with the word D Mint mark, minted in Denver, has become a true collectible for its distinct features and surprisingly limited survivability in top-tier conditions. While millions were minted, few have retained the condition and aesthetic that collectors chase today, especially those showing natural brown spots that add a character-filled patina and mark of age that many numismatists treasure. What sets this coin apart isn't just its date or mint mark. It is the unique combination of design, aging, and preservation. The obverse features a sharp, classic portrait of George Washington, while the reverse carries the majestic American bald eagle with outstretched wings. When you find one with minimal circulation wear, say, in very fine condition, and those rare natural brown spots that show authentic age without compromising detail, you've got something truly exceptional. These coins show personality. They stand out in any collection and often spark conversation among collectors for their rich, vintage vibe. Now, let us talk about rarity and condition, two factors that drive collector demand through the roof. While the mintage numbers might seem high at first glance, very fine condition coins with the letter D mint mark and original toning are far less common today. Most have been heavily circulated, lost, or damaged. The presence of brown spotting, often a result of natural aging and storage conditions, gives the coin an extra layer of individuality, a feature that is increasingly valued in the collector world. Coin enthusiasts today aren't just looking for shiny new coins, they crave coins with stories, coins with wear that speaks of history. That is what makes this 1987 with D quarter with brown spots a standout. When it comes to the current market value, brace yourself, because this coin can command a surprisingly strong price, depending on the buyer and the coin's presentation. On the action-packed collector's market, a Washington quarter like this, especially in very fine condition with attractive toning, can sell anywhere from $68,000 or even higher, depending on its eye appeal and whether it is part of a well-maintained set. And this value is expected to grow as more collectors enter the hobby and competition for unique pieces heats up. There is a real buzz around coins from the late 20th century, especially those with something visually distinctive, like this one. In short, this quarter is not just pocket change anymore, it is a smart collector's prize. For collectors looking to add value to their collection, or potentially invest in rising pieces, here are some key tips. First, always handle coins by the edges to avoid adding new wear or oils from your fingers. Store them in climate-controlled, acid-free holders to maintain or enhance that natural toning over time. And most importantly, do not underestimate coins from the 1980s. This decade is beginning to shine in the numismatic world as collectors realize its historical relevance and visual uniqueness. Stay ahead of the curve by recognizing gems like the 1987 with D quarter early, before prices climb even higher. In conclusion, the 1987 Washington quarter with the D mint mark and natural brown spots is much more than just an old coin. It is a treasure in today's numismatic market. With its iconic design, historical significance, and growing rarity in very fine condition, it has become a hot item for collectors who value charm, story, and investment potential. Next up, we're going to leave you absolutely thrilled, because we are diving into a coin that is creating serious buzz in the numismatic world. We are talking about the United States of America 1970 Washington quarter dollar, without a mint mark, featuring distinctive brown toning spots and preserved in very fine condition. If you have got one of these beauties, hold on to it tight, because it might just be your golden ticket in today's red-hot rare coin market. Let's kick off with a little bit of history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Initially intended as a one-year commemorative coin, its popularity turned it into a permanent series. By 1970, the Washington quarter had become a staple in American pockets, but that year's coins came during a significant transitional period in American minting. The 1970 quarter was struck at two mint locations, Denver and San Francisco, while some coins, such as the one we are spotlighting today, were minted in Philadelphia and thus carry no mint mark. This adds an automatic layer of uniqueness, and for collectors, no mint mark coins always raise intrigue, especially when the strike and condition are exceptional. Now let us talk about what makes this specific 1970 no mint mark quarter with brown dots stand out. First, the visual aspect, the natural toning, those subtle to dark brown spots that form from age and oxidation, gives the coin a distinct antique character. Toning like this is not damage. In fact, it is a desirable trait among collectors because it proves the coin's authenticity, age, and natural preservation. Second, the condition being in very fine condition means most of the coin's detail is still intact, especially Washington's hairlines, facial features, and the boldness of the eagle on the reverse. It is these preserved characteristics that elevate the coin far above standard circulated examples. When you put rarity, toning, and sharp details together, what you have is not just a coin, but a collectible masterpiece. Rarity and condition always go hand in hand in determining collector demand, and this 1970 no mint mark quarter fits right in the sweet spot. While millions were minted, finding one today in very fine condition, with natural brown toning and no cleaning or damage, is becoming incredibly difficult. Many have been melted, lost, or worn down from circulation. The few that remain in collectible grade conditions are now being snapped up by serious collectors and investors alike. These coins are not only beautiful, but also tell a story of American heritage and minting evolution, and collectors are willing to pay handsomely for that. Speaking of paying handsomely, let us talk about market value, and this is where things get exciting. As of today, this coin, in very fine condition with attractive brown toning and no mint mark, is drawing serious attention in the auction and collector marketplace. While average circulated examples might hover in the low single digits, coins like yours with rarity, toning, and eye appeal are selling anywhere from $98,000 and even higher in passionate bidding wars. Some pristine examples with exceptional eye appeal and deeper toning patterns have reached the $103,000 mark when the right buyer comes along. That is a big leap for a coin that once bought you a pack of gum, and it is only climbing from here as the demand continues to surge. For collectors looking to invest or add this gem to their collection, here are a few tips. Always store your coins in a cool, dry environment, preferably inside a coin flip or airtight capsule to prevent further oxidation. Never clean the coin. Natural patina is your friend and adds to the value. And lastly, if you suspect your 1970 quarter may have unique die varieties or striking errors, consider getting it professionally graded and authenticated. Grading not only boosts your coin's value, but gives buyers confidence in its legitimacy, a win-win for any collector or seller. In conclusion, the 1970 Washington quarter without a mint mark, especially in very fine condition with those striking brown toning spots, is a coin that stands tall in today's numismatic market. It embodies American heritage, unique visual appeal, and growing rarity, the perfect storm for serious collector value. If you are lucky enough to own one, you've got something truly special in your hands. And if you are hunting for one, now is the time to act, because this coin is only getting more desirable by the day. Next up, we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and sought after coins in the American numismatic world, the United States quarter dollar. Specifically, the 1978 Washington quarter with the D mint mark, featuring a unique grey layer and preserved in very fine condition. This coin has not only captivated collectors across the globe, but is also creating waves in today's auction markets due to its rarity and skyrocketing demand. So buckle up as we uncover the fascinating history, unique traits, collector appeal, and the remarkable value this stunning piece holds in today's world of rare coins. Let us begin with a brief yet powerful journey into its background. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of the first United States. President George Washington. Over the decades, it remained a staple of American coinage. By 1978, the coin had seen countless mintings, but what makes the 1978 with D particularly special is the transitional period it emerged from a time when coinage materials and production standards were evolving. This coin stands as a legacy of that transition, where fine craftsmanship met the durability of modern materials. And that brings us to one of its standout traits, the distinctive grey layer. Now, let us talk about the features that truly set this coin apart. The 1978 Washington Quarter with the D mint mark carries a beautiful clad composition that has matured over time into a rare greyish tone, giving it a unique, eye-catching appearance. This grey layer, especially when naturally developed, adds historical charm and unmatched character to the coin. Combine that with very fine condition, where all details, including George Washington's portrait, inscriptions, and even the mint mark, are crisp and clear, and you have a coin that's not just beautiful, but also a conversation starter in any serious collection. Collectors know that rarity and condition are the twin engines that drive coin value, and this 1978 with D Quarter delivers on both fronts. While millions were minted, only a small fraction have survived in such appealing condition, with the grey patina that signals natural aging and proper storage. Very fine condition means that while the coin saw some circulation, its visual appeal and detail remain impressively intact. When a coin like this appears in the market, especially with an authentic grey layer and a well-struck Denver mint mark, competition among collectors is fierce. Demand is high because everyone wants a coin that tells a story, and this one tells a powerful American tale. So, what is this beauty worth in today's fast-moving market? As of now, the 1978 with D Washington Quarter, with a natural grey tone, in very fine condition, is making strong impressions in auction circles. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar, and current valuations are reaching anywhere $88,000 or even more, depending on the eye appeal, originality of the tone, and the sharpness of strike. And let me tell you, this isn't a coin that sits on the shelf. It is a coin that gets attention, bids, and buzz. For collectors looking to own or sell a coin like this, here is a golden tip: presentation and authentication matter. Always store your coin in a protective holder to preserve its condition, and if you're looking to sell or showcase it, consider getting it professionally graded. Even better, make sure to highlight the grey layering and the Denver mint mark, because those are the features that make collectors' hearts beat faster. Joining numismatic forums, local coin shows, or online auctions like eBay or Heritage Auctions can help you stay ahead of trends and values. In conclusion, the 1978 with D Washington Quarter dollar, with its beautiful grey layer and very fine condition, isn't just a coin, it's a legacy. A treasure, a piece of American history that is increasing in demand and steadily gaining value in today's collector market. It is rare, it is rich in story, and it belongs in the hands of those who truly appreciate its significance. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep your eyes peeled for this gem. Because owning a 1978-D grey layer Washington Quarter isn't just a win, it's a triumph in the world of rare coins. Thanks for joining me on this exciting journey into the world of rare American coins. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more treasure hunting insights. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your pockets always jingle with history.